And Jennifer, we're also talking on the WTO, the World Trade Organization. China's treated much differently than we are. This should have been handled many years ago when it first happened, but they're treated as a nation that's developing. They're treated as what they call a developing nation, which gives them tremendous incentives and advantages over and above what the United States gets and over and above what other countries get also. This is a developing nation? I don't think so. I don't think for purposes of what we're talking about it should be. And we are putting in, and we've already put in a request that China should no longer be declared a developing nation and have advantages over the U.S. And I told them that a year ago, and I told them that 2 years ago, and we put it in very powerfully, that they should not have advantages over other countries, frankly. And sure, they're not going to have any more advantages over. This should have been done by numerous presidents a long time ago, because it gives them a tremendous boost over everybody else, and it's a very unfair situation. No, we are upset with China because of what they did. China was not good, and China will be, if you look at what's going to happen, whether it's Iran, Iran will make a deal with us in a month after the election's over if we win the election. But their greatest dream in the world is that Joe Biden wins, because they will own this country. China will own this country. North Korea will own this country. They will own our country. And they're all waiting to see the election. And if we have a win on November 3rd, we will have a deal with, in my opinion, Iran within 1 month. And I don't know that we want to have a deal with China, to be honest with you. So I'm saying to myself, gee, but China wants us to lose very badly. And you know who else is not happy with us winning? Russia. The phony people that tell the story, the fake news stories about Russia. It was just reported, the numbers. I raised $400 billion extra in NATO. You know that. It went from 130 to $400 billion. And that's a year in order to strengthen up NATO. Nobody says that. We became the biggest energy exporter. We are now, if you look at what we have, we're energy independent. So many different things. Our military is stronger than it ever was. We spent $2.5 trillion on our military. I exposed the terrible deal between Germany and Russia on the pipeline. Nobody even knew about the pipeline, Nord Stream 2. Nobody knew about it. Nobody talked about it. I said, what's this all about? So we protect Germany from Russia, and Germany pays Russia billions of dollars a year for energy, and it's a big portion of Germany's energy. If I was a person that was a German citizen, I would not be happy with that deal, because they're at a very big disadvantage. So, no, Russia would not be happy, and I can tell you that China would not be happy at all. We've taken in tens of billions of dollars. There's your head of the Treasury, Steve, right? We've taken in tens of billions of dollars from China. We never took 10 cents from China, never, not even 10 cents. And $28 billion we gave to our farmers because they were targeted by China. They were actually targeted. And we gave $28 billion, compliments of China, to our great farmers and ranchers because they were unfairly targeted by China in order to make a better deal with us. I said, we're not going to do that. We're going to, instead of making a better deal, we're going to tariff you at very high numbers, 25%, 10%, and actually numbers that could go up a lot. And we had a lot of money left over after giving the $28 billion to the farmers and ranchers and some others. Frankly, we had many, many billions of dollars left over, and we're still receiving that money. Even though we made the deal, we're still receiving that money. So if we win the election, we'll have deals with a lot of countries very fast. They're just waiting to see who wins because they are hoping that Joe Biden wins, Sleepy Joe. And if he wins, you know what's going to happen? China will own us. Our markets will crash. The 401ks will go down to practically nothing. Stocks will go down to practically nothing. Remember, stocks, these big companies, they're owned by millions of people that are carpenters and policemen and farmers and lots of other people. And they are the ones that benefit by having a good stock market, probably more than anybody else. But the 401ks, the stocks, the economy will be in a shambles. They want to raise taxes. They want to triple taxes. They want to raise the corporate tax, but they want to raise all taxes. Ultimately, they can't pay for what they want to do anyway, and what they're going to do is destroy your health care and destroy so many other things. We're going to have 180 million people that are so happy with their private health care, they're going to lose it under this crazy plan that these people are proposing. So you will have a crash like you've never seen before. And I've been very good at predicting these things. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. You just mentioned President Putin and the possibility of inviting him here because he's important. Your own Director of National Intelligence has said that Russia is currently planning or actually meddling in the election. Have you raised that directly with Putin ever?
They said China, Russia, Iran, and probably others. But because of the fake news, they seem to think Russia plays the best. So,
yeah, no, it's not me.
So what they do, it's all right. Well, I'm just saying the way the politicians look. The other day, they said the three countries. They said China and Russia and Iran. And some reporter got up and said, Russia is meddling. I said, well, didn't it mention China and Iran? Why didn't you mention them too? So I don't know. You know what I'm telling you? I'll tell you who's meddling in our elections. The Democrats are meddling by wanting and insisting on sending mail-in ballots where there's corruption all over the place. If you check what happened in New York, a small, relatively small race with Carolyn Maloney, and they called her the winner the other day because I was mentioning it at conferences and getting a lot of action on that statement. So they called her, they declared her the winner, and they have no idea who won. And the person, her opponent, is very angry. But they had mail-in voting, and they had hundreds and I think even thousands of ballots that are missing, that were fraudulent. Take a look at the Carolyn Maloney race. Take a look at Paterson, New Jersey. Take a look now at this one in Virginia, where they mailed out 500,000 applications, and they go into people that aren't supposed to be getting an application. Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Secretary Pompeo is heading to Europe again.